Hey, kings and queens, and everything in between. Welcome to this episode of a Sip with Samad podcast. And I'm your host, Samad. Let's jump in. Everybody put your hands together. Ooh, yeah. Girl, I love you so. 112. Listen. Girl, if I told you I love you, that doesn't mean that I don't care. Ooh, and when I tell you I need you, don't you think that I will never be there? Ooh, to deception and lies. Don't misunderstand. Oh, in my heart, Cupid doesn't lie. Oh, you won't know unless you give it a try, Cupid. Girl, Cupid alive. Oh, give it a try. Ooh, I know y'all saw me looking at those words, and I don't care because I just want to make sure I didn't mess up because I probably did it either way. Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back. We took a break, and here we are back together one more time. The spirit thought of us to come back together one more time, and I'm really, really excited. And I'm not gonna lie. That was a long ass break. That was pretty long, and I am sorry. I wanted to come back, but I was trying to figure some things out with regards to how to produce the same quality type show while not breaking the bank because, we got a lot of stuff going on over here. And so we are trying something different. We are trying something new instead of going through multiple platforms to try to get you all something instead of sending out I guess my show to be edited by editors. I am going to try to do this myself. And I am also airing live. And so this is also being live broadcast onto the YouTube channel right now. So we're going to try some things out this season. This is called the season of trying. But I'm happy to be back once again. It was a long break and here we are together. Man, it feels so good to be here. Before I get started, I guess it all goes together. And that's the other thing about doing these live episodes is that when I make a mistake, we just gonna keep going because ain't nobody gonna be here to edit it out. Anyhow, so before I get started, I want to tell you all what I'm drinking today. So I'm keeping it simple, but I just celebrated my 40th. Now, I'm not sure if you all remember, but I started this show on my birthday. And so here we are a whole year later, right after my birthday. So thank you for the happy birthdays. I really, really appreciate it. I've gotten many of you all's happy birthdays and many of you all's. Oh, thank you. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. That was a lot, but okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Oh, okay. Stop it now. All right. Jesus. So we started this a year ago. And so here we are again. And I'm 40 now. Who would have thought that? Geez, 40 years old. You know, when I think back, I'm supposed to be telling y'all what I'm drinking. All right, see, this is when your ADD be getting gets you sometimes. Let me tell y'all about what I'm drinking, then I can talk to you about what I was thinking. So this was actually a gift. So shout out to friend of the show, RC and Wayne. This is a gift for my birthday. It's the Clasa Azul Reposado tequila, and I am drinking it on the rocks with a twist of lime. So cheers to you all. This is our welcome back toast. I've had this before, so it's really good. I just don't want to pay that much for it. So that's what it boiled down to. Um, because there are other tequilas that taste just as good, but you may not have to spend that much for it. But that's just me protecting my coin. Anyhow, back to what I was saying. So I don't know what I imagine 40 being like. Like you all went through a lot with me last year. Like, damn, that was a lot. My mom passing, the surrogacy journey, um, friends and not friends anymore, Halloween parties. We did a lot. And so I do hope that we can continue to do that this year. Like I said, we're going to try some different things. I'm going to try not to make sure that the break is as much of it as it was this last time, because it did seem like a lot. But I had a lot going on too. But I never imagined that 40 would be what it is right now. I don't know if I look that far into the future when I think about it. Most of the time, I knew my 30s were gonna be something. Like I just never thought about 40. So this is gonna be interesting. I tell people all the time that my 30s were really good to me. Like I had a good run throughout my 30s. I had just finished graduate school at 29, and so I went into 30 running, career wise and goal wise and everything that I wanted. And so now I feel like 40, you're still kind of running, or I believe that I'll be running at a different level though. Like it's almost like I leveled up a bit. So this will be interesting. And I'm glad that you all will be here with me throughout this journey. All my folks 40 and above, let me know what to expect during 40, because y'all didn't tell me a lot of things like, your knee just start hurting after a while, or when you get out of bed, you got to make sure that your ankles are right. Because there have been a couple times I've stumbled out of the bed and I'm like, nobody told me that this happens. Nobody told me the road. All right, let me stop. So what has happened since we've last seen each other? I have a list here to try to keep me on task here. I know that last episode I ended and I couldn't breathe because of my allergies. Thank heavens I was able to get that cleared up. Even though I've been sounding a little raspy. I think I'm having some nasal stuff going on right now. But we're still pregnant. We are in the home stretch. I imagine that that baby, I can't remember if I told y'all a name or anything. I don't remember. Okay, whatever. Baby Avery will be here anytime soon. So, yeah, I'm really, really excited. I'm like, this whole idea of fatherhood is just like, this has been the fastest, slowest process you could ever experience in your life. And everything that they tell you about nesting and feelings and emotions and fear and all of that stuff, it is true. People ask me how I'm feeling all the time, and I constantly tell them all of the above, because every day I feel something new, I feel something different, or I feel all of them at the same time. But I'm trying to channel that energy into things that will not have me worrying. And so, uh, yeah, the room is done. I did a little too much. I'm gonna admit this. I did a little much. I redid the closet in the room because it was scary, and I just didn't want, my baby going in there to a scary closet. So it had like a little clown light, what do you call it, light trim. It was just, and I don't really like clowns like that. So it just, we gone on and changed up the closet. It's given a very modern vibe with a nice little birch. Container Store. I love me some Container Store. It caters to my inner OCD so bad. So bad. Ugh, I need to go there this weekend. I'm sure they having a 4th of July sale. So, but no, baby is still on the way. The surrogate's doing well. I talk to her every other day. You know, it's exhausting to, it's exhausting because you are worried. You're worried that the baby's over. Okay, now you're worried about this person that you have a connection with because of the fact that they have your baby or they're holding your baby. So it's Anyhow, something good that happened since we last chatted was that my family up in New Jersey threw me a sprinkle. I was like vehemently opposed to having like a baby shower or anything. And so I remember my friend, my aunt, and my cousin, they all called me. My cousin told me that she was giving me a baby shower. And I was like, no, I don't want one. And my aunt was like, well, if you don't want one, don't have one. And so I was like, okay, fine. I want one, I guess. I'll do a sprinkle. I'm not doing the shower. Because I preferred to do something after the baby was born. Once again, the nerves inside, right? I'm like, I don't want to celebrate. We don't have her here. We don't have, we just need to, we just should wait. So, and needless to say, we had the sprinkle, and it was a great sprinkle. I was able to celebrate with my friends and family up in New Jersey. I had friends who I haven't talked to or in years show up. I had friends who I've known since I probably was about 7 show up, friends from when I was 12. It was just a good outpouring of love. It was great to have somebody love on us and on our baby who is soon to be here. So we got a lot of books. That was one of the requests that we provide books so that Avery would have something for the library. But yeah, it was the cake was good. Oh my gosh, the cake was good. It was a beautiful cake. I think I posted it on my social media, so check me out. Also, those may not know here, but I'm locked out of my old social media account, the Doc Yavez. I'm not sure if y'all remember. So please go follow me on my new IG account, which is Keys, Keys of Samad. The Keys of Samad, not but Keys of Samad. Like key of Samad, like key A sharp. I get it. Anyhow, but no, it was great. Thank you to my aunt and my cousin and friend who helped to put everything together. It was a great showing and outpouring of love. So yeah, that's what happened. I had my 40th birthday. That also recently happened. And for my 40th birthday, I had a birthday brunch. It was like Rock Nation-ish themed. At least, some of us were. Anyhow, I'm not throwing shade. Don't do that today. Don't do that today. You can't cut it out. So it is what it is at this point. I'm talking to myself, y'all. For those who are listening, I was just having a whole internal conversation or external conversation with myself. But no, we had a good time. Alan threw a brunch here at the house, and I went through so many stages of wanting to celebrate my 40th, and it's not because of the fact that I didn't want to celebrate. Those who know me know I love a good party. I love a good time. I love a good show. But it was really more so, once again, the stress of a baby on the way and work. Work was working me over this break. So while I thought I was going to get a break and start doing some stuff, I really did not. I wanted to like try some new hobbies, lean into some of them of my other endeavors or ventures, like voice acting. And I couldn't do that because, work was stressing me out. So it was like, work, baby, work, baby, work, baby. So, but yeah, it was, I'm, yeah, I'm here. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. Let's see. Um, I also started doing some more work towards, I think I ended last season talking about a dream deferred, and it was more so a dream deferred. Like, do you stop dreaming? That was a question that I posed at the end of the last season. And one of my dreams, career dreams, has been to become a president of a college university. For those who don't know, that's what I went to school for. My PhD is actually in higher education. Surprise for those who may not have known. I try not to lead with that because I'm just a mod at the end of the day. But I have a PhD in higher education with a focus on public policy and administration. So I've always had aspirations of wanting to lead, but I wanted to spend the last, I would guess it's been like 15, 20 years of my career just learning the field. And so it was like, at one point in time, I remember somebody gave me some advice, and the advice was, don't spend so much time trying to become a president that you don't learn how to be a good president. And so that's why I guess, the course of my career, I kept building on learning more and learning more and learning more. And so I'm finally at a place now where I can say, okay, yes, I feel like I'm ready to start walking in that direction. And kudos to some of my professional friend and colleagues who have also been very supportive and saying, like, Samad, I think that this is, you're at the place where you should go. I kind of needed that. Otherwise I'd have been like, I'm just gonna sit and do the good Lord's work in philanthropy. But I mean, and that's not to say that I can't stay in philanthropy, but I say all that to say I got accepted into a leadership fellowship that specifically focuses on building up leaders. It's called the Millennial Leadership Initiative, building up leaders to become president. And these are leaders that have historically have been marginalized within these spaces. And so Black people, Latino people, women, people within the LGBTQ community. And so it's been interesting kind of learning more about my leadership style. I'm going to have to see how we going to do this sip whenever I do become a president. Cause I guess, can I still sip while being somebody's president? I don't know. We'll talk about that at some other point. But no, I've been doing that. So following my dream. And so maybe you don't become too old to dream. Maybe you keep dreaming. But what happens though when that dream is you still trying to sell mixtapes? Like, is there a certain type of dream that you can give up on, or there are there dreams that fall in certain categories? Or if I had a mixtape at 50, should I still be pubbing that mixtape? Like, that's my dream, and I'm going to do this. I'm trying to get a record deal. Like, should I still be trying to be a singer or an actor? Uh, as I mentioned, the 40 thing, the dancing is not like it used to be. You get a good two-step out of me now. Hmm. Yeah. Do you just choose a direction? That's what I advise my mentees to do, right? It's just walk in a direction. And as you're walking in a direction, you'll start to find out where you're supposed to go. Maybe I'll be like the singing, acting, dancing college president, like the college president that has a knack for the arts. I still want to be at a Black college at some point in time in my career as well. So there's that as well. Anyway, let me not go down that rabbit hole with y'all. But yeah, so like I said, work's been working. I ended up I went to the Robert Glasper concert while actually I went to Avery Sunshine's concert. Awesome show. I think I talked about that last season. Was it that long ago? Hmm. Oh well. I went to see Avery Sunshine, got tickets, was in the front row there. It was such a great concert, great experience. I love Avery Sunshine, and she's been dropping gems like every 2 weeks, like it seems. So I get a new alert from Spotify saying Avery Sunshine has dropped something new and it's all good. So check out Avery Sunshine's new I think she probably released a new single. Check her out on Spotify. I also went to go see Robert Glasper, one of my favorite artists. It was such a good show. Also sat up in the front with some friends. And I mean, man, it was it was like being at a jam session. The difference was that I didn't have a mic, but I was sitting there in the front row going, and I was just, mm, mm. If you don't know who Robert Glasper is, please check him out. One of my favorite artists as well. But that was a great show, man. Can't wait to go see him again. He also just dropped a new album, but it was on Apple Music, and the whole crowd was like, "Ugh," because after Apple put that YouTube stuff on my phone, I had to take that Apple Music off. That was disrespectful. Don't you go putting no music on my phone I didn't ask for, especially you too. You didn't give me what I wanted. So yeah, but I'll see if anybody is on Apple Music can tell me if the Robert Glasper album is good enough to go ahead and buy. Like, just text me and let me know. Okay. Let me see. I told you all about my the show updates, and so I'm doing some things to try to keep things simple. I'm also going to, as I told you, we're in this home stretch of the baby getting here, and so I'm going to try to continue to keep posting content for you all and conversations with you all. It may not be with a cocktail. It may be with me and a bottle of milk. But I still want to be connected, and I want you all to continue to follow us through this journey, because it's going to be a hell of a ride. And that's all I got to say. I just think it's going to be a hell of a ride, and I want you all to be there. I feel like we're friends and family. You all are watching. I'm giving you something to watch. You all are responding. I'm sure somebody is talking back to me right now. But no, I do definitely want you all there. Hell, if I could bring you in a delivery room, I would. But I think that's a little much. I think that's a little much. Just a bit. 40th birthday brunch. Let me see. So, one of the things that I wanted to there are two topics that I wanted to just talk to you about today. And the first is friendship. And I know we talked about this on previous shows, and just how the whole idea of friendships continue to morph and shift and change. Those who you were friends with may not be the people, I guess, for as a childhood, may not be the friends you were with. And friends grow out of season. Last season, I kind of talked to you about just a lot of my friends. I saw my friendship like morphing, and it got weird. And some people I haven't talked to still. But as I was bringing in 40, one of the things that I did was I had two close friends that I hadn't talked to in a bit. One was like maybe it's been a year now. The other one was maybe a couple months. Maybe 3 months, 3 months seem long. So, but I said, you know what, Samad, they've been good friends to you. And let's, try to resolve this. Like, you're going into a whole nother decade of life. And so I'm sorry, my sinuses are feeling some type of way. This is live show stuff again. 1 second. I didn't want to do that in front of you all, but once this is what you're seeing my authenticity. You saw how I just messed up the word authentic, and I haven't really sipped a lot, so I just want y'all to know who are looking, like, it's not the alcohol. But no, I just felt like because I was going into a new decade that if there were people who I was on the outs with, let me take the step to see whether or not they were moving into this new phase of my life. The phase in which I am 40 and fine. And I hate when people come up with those sayings. The phase of me being a father, the phase of me being together for, with the person I'm with, Alan. I'm still with Alan, y'all. For 17 years now. And I reached out to two friends. And I said, hey, I know we hadn't talked in a while, but I wanted to just figure out what the problem is and whether or not we have space to resolve this. And if not, that's fine. If it is fine, I'll be open and would love to just have a conversation with you to talk this through. I thought that was very mature. Like, I mean, I don't know. I could have just said, all right, I can act like nothing ever happened. But it did. So we should talk about it. And one of the friends reached back out, was like, I would love to have a conversation. We actually had a chance to talk it out, figure out what were the challenges, and figure out how to move forward. This other friend, though, they ass ain't respond back at all. And I know I gave them the out and said, you don't have to, but I also said, let me know if you planned to not, if you don't want to move in that direction, because you have choice. We all have choice. Yeah, it was so I feel some type of way. I ain't gonna lie. Now, after this happens, you get really, really salty. Like, you like, oh, well, damn, I didn't want to talk to you in the first place. But you also are like, all right, this stings a bit, right? This stings a bit, and I will need to figure out how to move forward. And so it's sad that, and should I also, I want to note that me and Alan went to Puerto Vallarta for Pride, and bumped into this friend, and it was one of the most awkward exchanges ever. Like, this ex-friend, now I guess, this friend's husband, we're cool, and so we all like, hey, so good to see you, had small talk and pleasantries, and said, all right, well, y'all about to head out to get something to eat, have a good time, and we're about to go do the same, and walked in our opposite directions. The friend stood there the whole time like this. That's how that awkwardness that the many of you who are watching saw just now, and the folks that are listening, that awkward pause, that's how awkward it was to just be there and watch, right? So I guess there is no room for reconciliation. There's no room to move forward. And it sucks. It sucks. It does. But I guess this happens. This is a part of getting older. And it is what it is. And so, to all those out there, I once again bless the hearts of those who are still friends with friends that they've been friends with for years. I don't know if it's in like the legitimate quad community, or if this is a thing. Like, do the straights experience this too? Like, y'all be going in and out with your friend. I thought at a certain age, like, once we decide to be friends, because it takes too much time and energy to try to make new friends. Like, not to say that I'm not open to new friends. Y'all know I love to meet a new person, but we not trying to, like, these people who've been with us for a while. They've been with us. Now I got to go find somebody to fill this seat. Hmm. So I'll be taking applications for new duties. I'm sure once the baby is here, we'll have some takers. I am a pretty good friend. I think so myself. No, I'm not trying to sell y'all on that. Last thing, I guess I wanted to bring forward, because it was something that was, I saw somebody post this on Instagram, and when I figure out how I can put the things that I am referencing onto the screen so the folks that are watching can see, I will do that. Right now, I still don't know how to do that because I'm experimenting. But somebody was like, oh, my man got the job, or my boyfriend got the job. And somebody responded with, well, why? The first problem is, why is he your boyfriend and not your man? And the person was like, I'm sorry, I don't get it. And he was like, and then he went forward to say, well, he shouldn't be your boyfriend. He should be your man. And then I started to think about me. One of the things that I do, and I do this I do this, is I refer to Alan as my husband. And somebody said and your man should be your husband. That was the other part of it. So he shouldn't be your boyfriend. He should be your man. And your man shouldn't be, or it shouldn't be your man. It should be your husband. I realized that one of the things that kind of people have referred to their significant others as partners now. We've had so many names for the person somebody's dating. Now, back in the day, on the obituaries, you called it somebody's special friend if they were dating somebody and they weren't married, but the person died. It'll read, and leaving to cherish fond memories is their special friend Leroy. And you'd be like, oh, James had a special friend named Leroy. And then you'd be like, oh, James had a special friend named Leroy. Oh, okay. No. But then you started to hear significant other. I remember the lover phase, like this is my lover. That I didn't like that one. That was just I dated a guy and he used to, it's my lover. He used to say it like that, and I just didn't like it. Wasn't my thing. But then, because gay people, I would imagine, couldn't get married, it was like, this is my partner. And then we were able to get married. And so then it became, this is my husband and this is my wife. And now everybody want to go back to partner. Now the straight people going to partner, the gays are like everybody's using, I'm not sure. I was always confused. One time I was working as a teacher and somebody said, oh, this is my partner. And I was like, oh, maybe she's talking about her business partner. Hell, just the other day, I had a friend come over who I've known for a bit, refer to somebody as his partner. And I wasn't sure if he was talking about his business partner or the person that he is romantically involved with. And so the partner thing confuses me. It confuses me. And I feel like we fought for so long to call our significant others our husband or our wife, and now everybody want to go back to partner. And so I purposefully say husband. This is my husband, because it is. And while my husband is my partner, I just need you all to know that this is my husband, because I don't want y'all to think that we're business partners, which we are, but this is my husband. Just like that's your wife, right? Ma'am, that's your wife. Okay. Like, sir, that's your wife. Okay. All right. Ma'am, that's your husband. All right. Got it. I don't know. I feel like because we can get married now, everybody want to switch, and I'm not switching, not right now. Like, I just feel like it's a statement for me. It's a statement for the fact that we just now recently were able, or not recently, but within the last 5 to 10 years, are able to get married, right? It was during the Obama administration, so it wasn't 5, it was more than that. So, but yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know what the person meant by why you calling him your boyfriend and not your man. Maybe it's an age thing. At this good age of 40, a man of a certain age at that, I'm gonna go ahead and stick with my husband thing. I feel like we fought too hard. I ain't turning back yet. We not doing that, not yet. So, but what do y'all call y'all significant other, like your spouse, or somebody you've been with for a long time? Like, what is the cutting line? Is it an age thing, or is it we've been together for this long, so now you elevate it from boyfriend to man, and then from my man to my partner? I'm interested to know y'all thoughts on that. Like, for real, seriously. Is it an age thing, or is it a how long you've been together thing? Or maybe it's a little bit of both. What say you? Mm, all right. Well, we will be back next week. I'm trying to get myself back into the cadence of giving you all this fire, quality, entertaining experience every week now. But once again, once baby Avery comes, there might be a little pause, but until then we'll work it out. We'll figure it out. That's my family motto. That's our motto for this year. We'll figure it out. And so, but I really did miss you all. I'm going to enjoy being back with you. Continue to talk to me, continue to hit me up on social media. Once again, Samad West Keys on Facebook, and also Keys of Samad on Instagram. That's my personal. And you can always follow A Sip with Samad podcast as well. That's the show's podcast, IG. And and YouTube, A Sip with Samad, all those things. Y'all know where to find me, and share with other people, please. Please. And thank you to the 30,000 people who are following me on YouTube. I am really happy about that as well. So until next time, it's been real, and I'm out, y'all.